You know how cold -16 is? Starting to get some feeling back in my hands. Whew. Oh, this is going to be a condensation nightmare. Chris here with Barnyard Outdoors, and for some reason I'm out camping. Actually, we planned this a while back, and then we got some snow, we got some freezing temperatures, and now it's all just stuck around. So tonight, with the wind, it's supposed to get down to around -20. So I'm trying something different here. I'm actually camping in my car, and here's kind of what I got set up. I just kind of threw this together, so you know, nothing's perfect. But you can see here, I've got my thermarest down here in the back, my sleeping bag. I've got some wool blankets up to kind of trap some of the heat in, and then I've got a heater up there on my go box and another heater back here, just in case I get too cold. But this is my setup. I still need to do a little organizing, but it's not too bad. So it is really cold right now. It's 7 degrees, but I think I've got everything set up to where at least I can be comfortable tonight. And I expect that once the sun goes down and the wind picks up, that I'm just going to be trapped inside this thing. But that's fine. It's all part of the plan, and I know that I'm going to survive. And honestly, if things get really, really bad, all I need to do is unplug, throw the cords in the car, and drive out of here. So it gives me a little extra safety, makes me feel a little more comfortable. Whew. It is cold, but I checked the inside, and I was at 60. I'm down to 50, 59 right now because I've got the back opened. But I've got my other heater up here. It's putting out some heat. Oh, this is gonna be great. And then I put a rug down here so I could take off my shoes, and then my boots are in here, not too far from that heater, which is nice. And then I put a towel down just so I can soak up some of that moisture. And then I've got a moving blanket under there, and then I've got one of these rubber mats, so that should keep everything from getting too wet. I did try this out earlier, and what I found is that when I close the hatch, my feet will actually touch that plastic. So I've got a couple extra wool blankets in here. I figured I'll bundle one up down here by my feet to keep my feet from being against that cold plastic and help keep me warm. Got to get the snow off, and they'll just stay right there nice and warm for later. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's cold out there. It's like really cold, but it's nice in here. I'm in here laying down, just kind of kicking back, and it's let's see, 8 degrees out, and it's 55 in here, so that's not bad at all. It's definitely nice, and it's comfortable, which surprises me. I tried this with my previous vehicle, which was also an SUV, and it was a little bit shorter than this one, so I was very happy that when I went ahead and upgraded, that this one had a little bit more room. And honestly, with the seat all the way forward, I've still got plenty of room here to get comfortable. I can almost sit up in here. I wish there was a little more headroom, but there isn't. But I can get on my side here, right? And the important thing is I have kind of everything I need right next to me here. I even have my little pantry back here. So why don't I kind of go through some of this stuff? If I can get my camera mounted somewhere where you can actually see what I'm doing. All right, that's not bad. Actually, if I wasn't on the air mattress, I could sit up in here just fine. So knowing that it's gonna be cold, like really cold, and I don't want to go out and cook by the fire, I brought some meals that are pretty simple to do, and ones that I wanted to try out. Let's see, I got some of this This is that O'Meal's pepperoni pizza, and I've heard that this is horrible, but I bought some anyway because I wanted to try it and see if all the hype is true. The other thing is I've seen a lot of people do different types of cooking in their cars, and I'm not really brave enough to do that on my first attempt here, but since I have electricity, I brought this. And this is my little kettle. Just pops up like that. It's electric. I'll be able to plug it right in. And I have 2 plugs coming in from the power box out there, so I can just unhook one of the heaters and plug this in and get some water going. Now, I'm a little concerned in here that I might have some condensation issues, especially if I'm cooking some of these meals. So I can easily roll down a window if I need to, and I'll just deal with it, right? You kind of live and learn. This is my first time trying this. I've always wanted to attempt it, so this is going to be fun. It's definitely going to be a challenge. And I just realized as I reached in my bag that my wife made me cookies last night, so I got some fresh cookies here with me to eat, along with a bunch of different little things. Plus, let's see, for the holidays, I got some other treats. I'm not sure where I put those. Oh, I know where those are. Buried back in here. I got 2 different treats. Look at this. I got sourpuss liquor, and this one is called Toxic Monkey. So I'll be trying these later when I'm watching a movie in here, because I suspect that I am going to be pretty much just living in here tonight because it's so cold. And then I've got another bag back here that is it's an alpaca bag, and it's like a shoulder bag, right? Nothing too spectacular, except it's got a bunch of different pockets and sleeves in it, which is perfect for something like this, because I can keep things somewhat organized, yet I can still just throw them in there. I think I'm gonna turn the back heater down a little bit because it's getting a little warm. The other issue is I'm sitting in here. I got my sunglasses on, and my glasses are up front where my coffee and water is, and I don't think I can reach them from here. So little things like that. These are the things that you kind of got to figure out along the way when you're doing something like this, right? So it's not too organized. It's not too disorganized. Got lanterns everywhere. I got heaters going. I got a place. Pretty much got a place for everything, which is the important thing. All right, I was out sitting by the fire, and it's bitterly cold out. It's now 3 degrees, but it's 69 in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it is nice and warm in here. So I thought I would come in, take a little break, and try some of this sourpuss red rouge raspberry. This is actually, I believe this is from Canada. A friend of mine brought it down. Just 15% alcohol, but it's raspberry. So let's give it a shot. See how it is. Smells very raspberry. Oh, holy smokes. It's like NyQuil that's super, super sour. Wow, it's definitely something to sip. Oh, it's not my usual Jack Daniels, but it's not bad. It's really nice having this little go box here, so I can put my stuff on it, and heater on it, everything. I think I'm pretty comfortable in here. I do have my tablet with me, so I can watch some movies tonight. I've got some series, so I will watch some of those as well. But so far, this is working really good. I'm really impressed with kind of this layout. If I were to open the sunroof cover, I'm pretty sure I'd be able to sit up, but then I have no insulation between me and that glass, and I definitely want that, especially tonight with the temperature that continues to drop. Oh boy. All right. Well, it's let's see, 9:51, and it's 69 degrees in here. You can definitely start to feel little places where I've got some drafts coming in, so I'm going to probably be working on that tonight. Current temperature -4 according to the phone. Feels like it's -18. There's really not that much of a breeze out, but it's supposed to get windier later. So, like I said, I think they're saying -20 tonight. I am going to be comfortable in here. I do have my climate blanket here, which I will probably put over me here in a bit. But other than that, I'm nice and warm. I did, down by my feet, I just took off my jacket, and I'm just going to shove my feet in the jacket. I don't think I need to get in my sleeping bag tonight. This blanket should be enough for me. If not, I've got an extra wool blanket here with me as well, which I originally thought about putting over my feet, and I still might do that. But I am going to find a podcast or something to listen to and call it a night. But so far, this is working great. I was just out by the fire, good for about maybe 10 minutes out there in this cold, and then I just want to get back into where it's nice and warm. And it is great. I'm in here in my t-shirt right now, so I should be fine. I'm going to try to hunt down where some of the other drafts might be coming from. I need to probably shove this extra wool blanket down in here. I can feel some cold air coming up from there. And, just any place that's close to the bottom of the car is a little bit cold. But I am nice and warm right now. And I'm looking forward to a good night's sleep. Very comfortable on this mattress. And I think it's going to be a good night. And if it's not, I will definitely fire the camera up in the middle of the night and let you know if I'm running into any trouble. Well, I just came in from going outside to, take care of my business and to see what the weather's like. It's -7 with the wind chill. It's -21. It is darn cold out there, but it was incredibly easy for me to get out and get back in. That seems to work pretty good. I did have the heater on, and it's plenty warm in here. Right now, it's 75, which is nice. I unfortunately left my sourpuss bottle a little too close to the heater, and you could see that luckily it didn't break open and spill everywhere, but it did melt a bit. So don't put stuff in front of the heater. Yeah, I should have known that. But let's see, other than that, I mean, I'm doing good. It's plenty warm in here. I'm in my t-shirt. I'll just have my blanket over me here, and I'm now officially going to go back to sleep and hopefully have a good rest of the night, and see you all in the morning. Oh. I think I slept pretty good. Let's check the weather. Currently, I am at 72 degrees in here, and it's pretty nice. Outside it is -16, and let's see, cloudy. I'm going to take a screenshot of this so I can share it with you. -16, partly cloudy. It feels like -29. You know what? Let's go outside and do the morning business and see how bad it is. Definitely need this electric jacket. Oh, it is cold out. Oh, it's cold and it's dark. Oh, I can enjoy the ice cold sunrise. That sounds like fun. Oh, this is not fun. Well, there were some coals left in the fire. So I think I might try to get this started, but I'm not going to stay out here long. I just want to get it going so it's ready for a little later. Fire's going. You know how cold -16 is? Starting to get some feeling back in my hands. Whew. No, I'm not crazy. I'm out of here without gloves, but a heated jacket has heated pockets. So I stick my hands in there and get warmed up pretty quick. But I'm still not going to stay out here this long. Got the fire going. That's all I wanted to do, to make sure it's going to burn for a couple hours so I can go back, nap a little bit, and then come back out and enjoy the fire. Well, that's about it for now. So just getting in and out, my temperature went from about 70 in here down to 60. My body is still freezing. Oh, there we are. Much better. Much better. Warming up nice in here. Maybe watch something on the phone. I'm very happy to be back inside. I might actually make myself some coffee here in a bit. Now, I just want to get a little warmer. So there's all sorts of little things you need to think about when you're doing this. One of the things, and this sounds real simple, right? I've got my little Kleenex dispenser here, toilet paper Kleenex, and I use that if I get a runny nose. But then what do you do with all the Kleenex? Well, I have a little Ziploc bag here that I keep down by my feet, out of the way, and I can just put any garbage I have in there. I had some cheese sticks last night, and so all that's there, it's sealed up, it's out of the way. I don't need to worry about it. Okay, this heater is getting too hot, right in my face. The temperature difference between up here and down where the mat is drastic. It's probably 80-90 degrees up here, and the down at the base where I'm laying here is probably about, I don't know, 60 degrees. And then there's some places where I've got some cold spots that I'm going to investigate more this morning. Most of those are down low between the seats coming up from the floor. But the one thing that surprised me is there's no condensation. I was really worried that there'd be a lot of condensation in the car. And one of the ways I took care of that, or tried to prevent it, is if you look here, I've got these wool blankets on the windows here on this side, and it gives me a nice insulation. Well, it's a horrible angle, but if you look here at the top, I don't know if you can see, there's just a tiny gap there, and I can actually squeeze my pinky through it, right? But I don't feel any cold air coming in. This is where all of the moist, warm air is getting out of here, and it is it's getting all the moisture out. I think this is preventing the moisture from staying in the car, which is good, because I did not want anything to be wet. But I do not feel any cold air coming in through this because there's so much heat mass up here. That heat is escaping there, drawing out any moisture, and it seems to work. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I seem to think that has probably prevented the condensation problem that I was worried about. So we'll see. When I start actually cooking in here and doing one of those oatmeals, I know those produce a lot of steam, or when I run my kettle to make myself some coffee this morning, I might have to deal with that. So I'm trying to figure out a good way. We'll see what happens. All right, so this is interesting. I don't know if I can show you this, but this is the cap on my Yeti bottle, and I had this over sitting just next to the door, and this thing was iced up, right? So I had to struggle to get this open to put some more water in, and that's just with the Yeti sitting right over here by this door, inside, not touching the door, just over there. Well, went out to put more wood on the fire, and it felt a little bit warmer out, but it's really not. So I am back in my car, and I need some coffee, and I'm gonna look at making some breakfast. the aftermath of the heater incident with the sourpuss. Let's make some coffee. So this is just one of those little, collapsible silicone electric kettles, and this is going to be interesting. I'm a little concerned about condensation in here as I get this thing going. I also need to plug it in. Now let's see if I can do this without spilling water everywhere. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it work here. I'm just gonna do instant coffee. My little pantry bag here. And there's my coffee. Situations like this where I just need coffee right away. I'll do a couple of these Starbucks Via instant coffees. I think these are probably the best ones I've ever had. So I always make sure I have those in my little pantry pack here. I'm going to do a double one today. So after this heats up, oh, it's heating up nicely too. When I get the coffee going, I am going to have one of my oatmeals. All right, oh, that's starting to boil. Nice, that'll be ready. And once I get the coffee poured in there, I'm gonna have this. This is the oatmeals, hash brown potatoes with bacon, peppers, and onions. So, see, I already got some steam coming up. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Like I said, condensation is not your friend. All right. And now that I am done with that kettle, I can plug the heater back in. And by the heater, I mean the heater in the back. I'm actually running two heaters. I was concerned about it being really cold, and it was really cold, so I'm glad I had two heaters. All right, I'm gonna let that cool down. Now, these, if you've ever done one of these oatmeals before, you just add water in there, and it heats up. It's like an MRE, but they do steam. They steam a lot, and you can already tell I got some condensation there on the window. So I might actually start the car, and if I get the car running, I can have the defroster on. Once I get the defroster going, the AC, of course, will kick on in the car, which will help with the fogging, which I'm hoping will help with the condensation, especially when I start making this. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Let's see. Insert food pouch into the oatmeal bag. Let's just pull everything out. Silverware, hey, that's good. Here's my delicious meal. Oh, it's cold. Here is the heating pad, and then of course this is the bag. So we're going to insert the food pouch in the bag. Do not open food pouch. 3 to 5 ounces of water to fill line. Yeah, I love it when they put this added to the fill line, and you can't really see where the fill line is. Well, you can see it on the outside. So. wait, let's see. Quickly seal, 3 to 5 minutes. So that's not too long, right? I don't understand how they expect you to find the fill line when you can't see it on the inside. So what you can do is kind of pinch the corner, give it a little pinch to where you can see where the foil's been folded over, if you're lucky. I can also just stick my hand there. Trying to do this in a limited space is a little tough. Very tough, actually. I think that's about right. And I spilled a little water. Seal it up in 3 to 5 minutes. Like I said, I have had experience with these before. They steam a lot. Alright, now we're just waiting for breakfast. And look at this. I actually got a napkin and a little spoon, so I'll just use that. Makes clean up a breeze. So I do not even feel this getting warm. Concerned that the pad might not be good. Okay, that was my fault. I missed a step. I missed a step. I forgot you gotta take the little heating pad out of the pouch. So I did that now, so that should start heating up quickly, I hope. I can hear the pouch starting to expand. Oh, and now you can hear it. The heater is boiling, and look at that. I got some. Oh, this is going to be a condensation nightmare. Windows are already fogging up to restart the car. So that seemed to help with the coffee. So it's been almost 5 minutes. It's definitely hot. The question is the food heated all the way through in the little pouch? Say 3 to 5 minutes. I think I'm going to push 5 or 6. Let's say this is only 260 calories. Pretty dense based on the package. Let's see, sodium, 970 milligrams. That's not good at all. 25 milligrams of cholesterol. Yeah, none of this stuff is really that healthy. There is 11 grams of protein in it. I brought this mainly because of the convenience. I knew it was going to be cold. I knew it was going to be too cold to go out and cook by the fire. I wanted something that I could just kind of warm up in the car safely without having a stove going in here. And this works. This works great. The question is, does it taste great? And I think it's been a few years since I've had this exact one, and I thought it was pretty good. I mean, you know, it'll do in a pinch. And in this situation, any warm meal is a good meal. All right. It's breakfast time. Wow, that is really hot in there. This'll do it. Grab my glove. Perfect. Now I can't get a hold of it with my glove on. Oh, the humanities. If it's not one thing, it's another. There we are. Doesn't that look appetizing? Ugh. It smells good. It actually smells pretty good. packet. Let's give you a little thing of hot sauce or Tabasco. I need some of my taco sauce. I don't have any with me. It's really not bad. You can taste the bacon. There are some peppers and onions in it. Hash browns are okay. It's not really as mushy as I thought it would be. These type of meals are perfect if you're building out some kind of car emergency kit, because they do not require that much water. 3 to 5 ounces of water is minuscule, especially when comparing to something like a Mountain House meal. So, and you can technically use any liquid. So, you know, melt some snow, some water from a stream. You know, you're not drinking the water that's in there. It's just used to activate the heating element and to boil. You know, use your imagination. Probably use any fluid you want. Keep in mind that you wouldn't want to just put the thing in your hand after you're done heating it up and want to eat it. Just what I needed. Something warm. Something to help get the metabolism going. And I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to head back out to the fire, take my coffee. It's I'm hoping it's warmed up a little bit. Let's check the temperature. Hey, -14. It's almost like a heat wave. Today's high is supposed to be 9, so we still have a long way to go. But I'll finish this up, head out to the fire. All right, well, this has been fun, and I'm glad I tried it, but I think I'm just gonna go home, because it was cold, and just sitting in here in the cold weather, although it's warm, really isn't much fun camping. I mean, not a lot of time out by the fire because it's just too cold. So it was an interesting experience. Hopefully some of you learned some stuff and some tips and tricks, and I'm probably going to refine this setup and maybe try this again, probably not in such brutal cold, but I had a good time, and that's what it's all about, just getting out, trying new things. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next video.